On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we are here in the warehouse with my high school 4th gen Camaro, and it's been the bane of our existence since we moved into the warehouse. I'm gonna tell you why, and a Grand National is gonna do some burnouts. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Chair Go, and today we are here in the car warehouse. Still don't have a name, that's not the real name. I'm gonna call it that until I come up with the perfect name. And maybe we'll do some polls on Instagram, so make sure you're following me over there, instagram.com/watchjrgo. But here we have my high school Camaro, and while we moved it in here, we tried to start this thing and start this thing and start this thing, but the battery is gone. We're talking so far beyond dead. First, it's 0 volts, of course, and I have a battery charger now. I'm gonna show you guys soon that will actually start charging on a 0 volt battery, but this thing, last time I used it was at 0 volts, and I got it to hold a charge for like a couple of minutes, and as you can see, it's cooked all the acid out of it at this point, and it's done. Last time I was having to jump pack every single time. Let's go put a battery in this car, it deserves it. So as soon as we put a battery in, I expect it'll start right up. Before we get this thing out of here, let's go take a look at what these guys are doing with that Grand National that's 350 swapped. So they are in here changing the tires by hand. Have you guys ever seen this in your life? This is like the old school bicycle style tire change here. I like how everybody's got a tire.
A brotherly race.
Yeah, and at least they're prime wells, because prime wells go on pretty easy. So these things were cheap, right? How much? Oh yeah, $56 each. 56 bucks each? And the game plan is to do more burnouts once they're on?
Yep, got 2 full bottles of nitrous.
2 more bottles of nitrous. That's wild. Look at this old school hand bead breaker there. So that's actually a sliding hammer. You slide it in and out of the bead breaker and it pops it off. I was like, guys, just wait like a year and I'll have a tire machine. It's not a big deal. Billy's a monster, man. You are flying. I guess you're at the hard part now.
Yeah, no, I gotta use
it's, yeah, your knees versus the tire irons. I'm impressed.
Too big of a fight.
You need the old semi-tire iron.
All right.
Make life easy. Also, if you push the tire down.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's my.
That is your problem. You gotta get down in there for it.
Problem.
There it goes.
Speeding up too quick, not paying attention.
Yep. You'll get there.
Rob's gonna catch her up.
Yes. I've got the tire weight tools and everything, but they're at home.
We don't need tire weights.
No, I know. I already started buying everything so that I could have tire machines. Oh, nice! Rod. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is how you... Oh, yeah. I like how you brought that to try to beat tires.
Oh, yeah.
None of us expected this to work, but the baby Milwaukee compressor, the inflator, is literally beating that tire. It just pops on. That's pretty wild. Are you gonna remove the valve stems?
Yeah, I gotta remove the valve stem.
Oh, that's a nice valve stem removal. You're gonna get it. All right, let's get this battery out of here real quick. I think one is probably a 10, and one is probably a 13. I know it's weird this has mismatched terminals, but it does. Don't ask me why. It's because one of them's a replacement, that's why. All right, we got the negative loose. Also, the negative terminal on this thing is a really odd design too. It's got all that on it there. Whole bunch of nonsense. So there's one of them, and the other one is... Okay, all we need now is a socket and an extension to get all the way down in there to get the battery actually released, and this old battery is out. 13 to release the battery hold down, and this battery should be out. Oh yeah. Now that the battery's out, a lot of you guys have been asking, yeah, but how far away is the new shop from O'Reilly's? I'm here to show you guys today. We're gonna hop on the boosted board and run to O'Reilly's. It might actually be closer than the O'Reilly's at my house, and that one was like 2 blocks, so this is the perfect setup. All right, here we go, hopping on the boosted board. Obviously, this is the best way to carry the battery because you don't have to carry the battery. Oh, super sketch, super sketch, super sketch. All right, important note, don't go over the railroad tracks with a boosted board. No, well, at least not while you're on it, you might die. And we have arrived. They don't have the accessibility ramp in the middle, so I can't drive straight into the store. There we go, we got a new battery. It's the old 75 EXT, and it's the Extreme. So, the Camaro should be good to go for like 3 years now. Let's get out of here. Time to make the 30-second ride back to the shop. All right, how's the tire mission going?
Robbie's airing up the tires right now.
The last two?
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Awesome. And I'm back with a new battery, so we're finally gonna be able to start this thing today. All right, now for the easy part. This battery fits so much better. It's actually the right size. That other one was not. So, new battery installed, and it sounds like they got the Grand National running again. All the tires are back on it, and we can do the unfortunate here, which is repainting the hood. I can't wait to get a new hood on this car and get rid of the hood pins. So, anyway, there's lots of plans for this car. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know the plans. I want to do a new LT1 or LT4, and it's just, it's gonna take a lot of work to get that done. Also, I gotta get this little child's padlock lock that holds the hood. Well, let's see if she lives again. It's been a long time since it's been started, really like the last video, because I parked it at Gabe's and hadn't driven it because I planned on moving it inside when I drove it. So here we go. I think it's gonna work. Of course. We were so close to getting it started with the jumper cables, and it just wouldn't do it. Otherwise, we could have driven it on the trailer. They come along this onto the trailer. There's that epic Kenwood radio. Oh, that thing looks cool. Well, we'll let this thing warm up for a minute. Drive it around. First drive in a long time. Oh, this thing drives so nice. What a good old car. Now, we've always needed a drone for the warehouse, and a friend of mine started a drone company called expodrone.com. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. He sent me the drone that I wanted for the warehouse, and I was like, man, I'll absolutely give you a shout out just for starting this company. And then he was like, no, you need something like this. And he's right, and I'm super excited. We now have a drone we can fly around in the warehouse, the Mavic Pro 2. And hey, huge shout out to you, Josh. You're doing big things. And if you guys need to buy a drone for somebody for Christmas or anything like that, hit that link in the description below. And let's get some drone shots. Oh, that's the drone shot we needed right there. Ah yes, the sketchiest application of the boosted board ever. Clayton has gone wild here. Alright, this is pretty awesome, dude. It's got brakes! Yeah, I fixed the seal on the door. I got a new battery in the Camaro. And I'd say we're looking pretty mission accomplished today. They got those tires changed by hand and back on the Grand National. They're ready to do some burnouts. But first, here is gratuitous burnouts number 1, the one where they destroyed the tires.
What up? Hey! Right there! Wait, you're gonna use 2 bottles? Oh, of course! That seems excessive.
All right, so they got the carb open here on this old beast, and I guess they're just gonna open the bottles and let it eat. I'm gonna stand way back.
Send it!
Everybody ran away from the can't eat anymore. We need to get Clayton out there. Oh, you're in a clearing. You got the only clearing. Cannot see a thing. That was impressive. Woo! Look like the building's on fire now.
Apparently 350 Chevys cannot die.
That's impressive. It's all gone. Oh yeah, that one's all down to the cords too.
Yeah, we rotated before we started.
Well, smart thinking. As you guys know, you should always rotate your tires every 10,000 miles or 5-minute burnout.
Alright, let's finish this bottle off.
How they planned to blow this engine, but it's never gonna let go. Never gonna quit. The tires are gonna quit. Oh, yes! There it is.
You think it was the cops, but I'm not.
You what? Cletus himself just showed up here, and he pulls up in a Vic and was like, "Sweet burn!" I was like, "You want to do one too?" So there's the old Grand National with the Chevy 350 in it, ready to go again. Last time they thought they lost all the oil pressure, but turns out that thing is invincible. It still has 60 pounds of oil pressure. It must have been like a gauge malfunction or something. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm happy a lot of cars are fixed and back on the road. That thing, it's not even mine, but apparently it lives here and does burnouts. I can't be upset about that in any way. Now, I've got a lot of work to do. I spent the last couple hours stripping out some of the electrical. I'm about to pull all of that stuff over there. That's all dead. This was all dead. And of course, we gotta remove one of these poles. I'll be in here working on the building all weekend. We'll shoot some of this stuff for you guys. I'll show you as much as I can. For now, I've got cleanup things to do tonight. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com where you can get cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. Well, it turns out having a warehouse drone is amazing, and we're gonna shoot some pretty cool montages with that thing. Plus, it can follow you around. If you guys remember, I said I was gonna replace some ceiling tiles in the last video. And we've done that. All of those were like sagging completely out of the ceiling, so we're waiting on them to kind of form back into shape up there. We did all the ones in the entryway, except that one with the crack, but that was like the least of the problems. All of the major issue ones are gone. We went through all of them. We did every room. So all the ceiling tile issues are basically resolved, just little things here and there, but they're all back in place. And the idea was to seal everything up so this heater wouldn't be running all the time. And I think it worked. This heater's only ran for a few hours today to keep it pretty warm.